Remember to stay hydrated, and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Gen 3 Synapse XL from Vero Engineering. I've had the opportunity to carry this behemoth of a knife, and we're going to talk about it in this video, but for now, sit back, relax, and let's get it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Minimalist. My name is Brandon, and in front of me I've got the brand new Vero Engineering Synapse XL Gen 3. We'll be covering all the details about this knife in this video, and I'll do my best to keep this as fast as possible so we're not wasting too much of your time. With that said, let's dive into it and give you some quick specifications. The variant I went with is the marbled carbon fiber version with a hand satin blade. This thing is just absolutely glorious. Now, in terms of the overall length, we're looking at about 8.85 inches. The close length comes in at about 5 inches. Overall width is about 0.75 inches. The blade length comes in at about 3.78 inches. The cutting edge is about 3.74 inches, and it comes in at about 5.5 ounces in total weight. Now, this knife is a bolster lock locking mechanism, kind of similar to a liner slash frame lock hybrid, and the action is just super guillotine-y, so if you plan on grabbing one of these, watch your fingers. In terms of the pocket clip, this is made of titanium and it is 3D milled. This may be one of my most favorite pocket clips to date just because of how easy it is to slide in the pocket. Of course, the back spacer is also made of titanium, and when you go to wield this thing, you can just tell that it's made of premium materials. The Gen 3 Synapse XL does also have a captive pivot, so that means that it's just one side that you can unscrew, and it is operating off of ceramic bearings. Now that we've got the specs put away, let's talk about the Synapse XL and all of its different variations. This thing is going to start at about $350 with the baseline model. That price will entail a stonewash blade with red G10 scales, and as you move up in the finishes, whether it be stonewash, belt satin, hand satin, black wash, DLC, or red G10 scales, natural micarta scales, black micarta scales, marbled carbon fiber, or brass scales, that will determine the price of your knife. I was actually chatting with Joseph Vero over at Vero Engineering. He's the owner, and he said that they're going to be dropping these on August 3rd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in grabbing one of these, mark your calendars. I'll also leave a link in the description below, and maybe that way you guys can join their email newsletter. If you have a specific variant that you're wanting to get, then make sure that you guys go over to their website as well, create an account, go over to that web page, find the exact one that you want. That way your checkout process on drop will be super easy. So moving back to the Synapse XL, let me give you guys a quick size comparison next to the Chris Reeve Knives Umnum Zahn. The Umnum Zahn is already a full-size knife, and putting it next to the Synapse XL makes this thing look like a regular small knife. In almost every single dimension, the Synapse XL is going to be bigger than the Umnum Zahn. Let's close these up real quick to show you the size difference there with the close length. I think where there's a huge difference is going to be the blade length, and yeah, this thing is no slouch whatsoever. Let me pull out another knife, and this is the Chonker Chavez 229 kickstop next to the Synapse XL. The 229 kickstop comes in at about 6 ounces, so it will be heavier than the Synapse XL, but in terms of overall length, this guy still beats it out. Let's close these both up real quick to show you that difference. And of course, the Synapse is going to be bigger than the 229. And then in terms of the thickness of the blade stock, these are going to be relatively the same. Last but not least, let's compare the Synapse with the Benchmade bug out. This is a full-size bug out, so this isn't a mini one. Let's show you the full length. And of course, the Synapse XL makes this full-size bug out look like a mini bug out. So for those of you guys that are wanting to get an XL knife or really like to have big knives in your pockets and in your hands, the Synapse XL is a really good option. This knife also has a couple different deployment methods, such as the signature Vero flipper tab, flies out like an absolute rocket, or you can use this halfway cut through fuller and do a Spidey flick. One of the coolest things about this knife is how fidgety it is. You can literally just do this all day long and not get bored of it. In terms of ergonomics, this is a very comfortable knife. I can fit my entire hand around it and then still have some extra space. Again, this is the XL version. I'm not getting any hot spots. It's not hitting the palm of my hand or anything with the pocket clip. And then in terms of pinch grip tasks, this is very good for more precision cuts. Cutting performance with this knife has been amazing as well. Let's show you real quick with this piece of paper. and this thing just slices through paper like it's no one's business. Mind you, this is a factory edge. I haven't sharpened it or stropped it or anything, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. The drop point blade on the XL is also favorable to me personally. I love drop point blades, and in a matter of fact, on my very own design, the Urban Minimalist, it also features a drop point blade. That just so happens to be my favorite blade shape. One last thing I wanted to mention is each one of these are going to be numbered, so that way you have your own unique number. I absolutely love that they're serialized. So overall, I don't normally like XL size knives. I don't really have a ton of XL knives in the collection in the first place. I have a few here and there, but none of them really make it to the pocket. However, with the Synapse XL, I found myself grabbing this one a lot more often just because of how easy it is to fit in the pocket, and then the overall form factor doesn't consume too much of the pocket space. The design of this knife is really neat and just very cylindrical, if that's even a word, so it feels good in the pocket. So who is the Synapse XL for? I believe it's for the person that's looking for an extra large knife. Someone that's either taller or have bigger hands, this would be absolutely perfect. If a full-size knife is just too small for you, or if you just have the urge to get something just a tad bigger, the Synapse XL is going to be your answer. This is also going to be really good for someone that is doing tasks that require a bigger blade. Just a quick disclaimer, Vero did send this out for me for review, but they're not controlling me in terms of what I'm saying in terms of positives, negatives, and all that stuff. But there you guys have it, the Vero Synapse XL Gen 3. This is an amazing knife, and it gets my stamp of approval. For those of you guys that made it this far, throw me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, throw me a thumbs down if you disliked it, and I promise you I'll do better next time. If you plan on grabbing this knife, which variant do you plan on getting, and let me know in the comment section below. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for dropping by, and I guess we'll have to catch you on the next one. Peace out.